Another group that is very vulnerable is our disability community. And they've been experiencing a reduction in funding. We've had this brain drain that certainly affects the disability community, especially with regard to science, research, education, and many people in the disability community may already be suffering delays in progress and their ability to reach their potential. It will only worsen if their services are not reinstated and strengthened quickly. Where do those issues fall in your list of priorities?
So growing up, my mother had multiple sclerosis. And so from the time I was in about third grade until I was in my 30s, I've watched my mother's disease progress, where she went from a highly qualified nurse that was out there working each and every day, working to provide a life for my sister and I, and my dad worked too. And obviously as that disease progressed, moving from a cane to a walker, ultimately to a wheelchair, and seeing all of that along the way. And what really stuck with me as a kid too is when my mother became permanently in a wheelchair, how people responded to her. And they saw her not as a person, they saw the chair first and then her. And that has always stuck with me. One of my first jobs after leaving the military was with Easter Seals, which is a national organization that has focused its entirety, over 100 years of its existence, on supporting individuals with disabilities. So much of the work that I've done in the nonprofit space has been making sure that we create fair workplace accommodations, making sure that we have those different resources. When we talk about children with disabilities, making sure that our schools are accessible to them and that they're able to have a high quality education, that the resources are there to make sure they're supporting their IEPs. And here again in El Paso County, with 5 major military installations, we don't know why this is, but military children do struggle more with learning disabilities than others. And we need to figure out why, but we've also got to make sure that our schools are equipped and funded to be able to do that, because regardless of what zip code you're in, every child should have access to a high quality education. Disability rights are human rights, and we've got to be able to support that. And again, viewing people not because of their disability, but viewing them for the value that they're able to create, and viewing them for the value that they're bringing to our community. And going back to people like my mother, right? See her for who she was first, and then recognize the fact that the chair was just part of how she got from place to place.